Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man doing my weekly batch of soap. I generally do it Saturday morning. It's technically almost Saturday morning. It's late Friday night. I kind of wish I hadn't gotten started because I'm tired and wanting to go to bed. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this because I have everything already mixed up. I have the lye water at about 110. The oil's about 100. That is a good temperature to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I've seen on the internet referred to as the tilted tiger swirl. We'll get into that in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and mix these up, get a very, very light trace, mix the colors in, and we'll take it from there. The lye water is cloudy because I have Tussa silk mixed in with it, which I always do, so bear with me for a couple of minutes while I make a little noise. Actually, I think right now that's enough. I have 6 colors. I should, if this measures out right, should have approximately 10 ounces in each cup. So let's see how we work this out. It doesn't have to be exact, of course. Just close. Trying to keep my trace relatively thin. Doesn't have to be super thin, just moderately thin. Alright, it's seems like no matter how I try to measure, this never works out right, getting the amounts exact. Looks like it's not going to happen this time either, but once again, I'm just trying to be close. Scrape the extra out of here. That's close enough, good enough for me. Alright, now it's time to mix the colors. Set that aside. I'm going to move you all back here so you can see what we're doing. I have 6 colors I'm going to work with. Move the camera here. I have, shoot. Merlot Sparkle, I have Fizzy Lemonade, I have Slice of the Moon Blue, I have Electric Bubblegum, I have Chromium Green, and I have, oh, it's orange. I forgot what it's called. It's an orange. So anyway, we're going to mix these up quickly. Bear with me for a few minutes. I've already pre-mixed my colors in oil. Now I'm being a little bit daring, taking a little bit of liberty. My tried and true recipe, I always say this, is 50% olive oil, 50% coconut oil. I have 20 ounces of olive oil, 20 ounces of coconut oil with a heavy superfat. The recipe calls for 5% superfat, but if you'll notice, I'm mixing 6 colors in, and each of these has a tablespoon of grapeseed oil. So I'm adding almost 6 extra tablespoons of oil. So this is going to have a very heavy superfat. Even so, my soap always sets up quickly, very nice and firm. Really very pleased with it, the way it always works. We're going to see if it still turns out the same, and I think it will. I really believe it will. To move quickly so I don't run out of time and I don't start to set up too fast. But this recipe generally works pretty well whether I want a thin or a thick trace. It depends on how I mix it. I'm really very pleased with it. So I'm going to take a whisk and whisk these in. Usually if I start lightest, I am thickening up some though. Usually with this recipe, if I go the lightest to the darkest, I don't have to clean anything in between, and it does not seem to matter. I am definitely thickening up though. You've got to be fast. I'm not even going to stick blend. I'm not going to risk it. Okay, what I'm going to do is the Tilted Tiger Swirl. I'm actually going to take one of my soaps. This is a goat milk soap that I made. Love this soap. And it's very heavily superfatted, and it still has awesome, awesome lather. I'm just going to take, well, let's see. Let's get you where you can see. I'm going to move you over here. Bear with me just a minute. Make sure you can see this. Yes, you can see this. Alright. Oh, I'm not mixed well enough. I'm going to have to stick blend these whether I like it or not. This is an experiment. I haven't done this before. So, anyway, here we go. fast. Hope I haven't messed this up, but we're going to try it. Just going to pour this down the side, let it slide down the side. I'm going to do one color at a time. Really wanted a thinner trace on this. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. We're going to see. It's going to be a great soap no matter what, because this is a terrific recipe. And I've even bragged on it about how it performs well. And here I've gotten it a little thick. Still seems to be looking pretty good though. Can you still see? Yes, you can. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that, folks. It does look really pretty down in the mold here. Boy, this is getting thick on me. I should have let it cool down some more, I think. Alright, that's really about all I'm going to be able to get into this at the tilt. Now this is really thick. I've got to pound and pound and pound and pound and pound. But this looks nice. Now what I want to do is find my spatula and just put the rest of this on top. I'm going to try and get this as straight as I possibly can. Line these side by side. Here's my red. Here's my orange. Here is my green. My pink. I think I'll try this again at another date, but I will let the lye and water, the lye water and the oils cool down a little bit more. Alright, that's all I'm going to get in this. I'm going to tap this again, pound, 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 get some air bubbles out. And I am going to take a thick rod, see this? And do, I believe this is called the mantra swirl. Oh, it's not, it's too thick. Shoot. Okay, what I may end up doing instead This is an experiment. Let's see. What I may end up doing instead is taking a spoon and putting a rough top instead. Instead of a smooth top, do a textured top, which I'm not very good at. I'm going to be honest, I'm not very good at. Okay, the top's going to be a fail. That's alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and spray this with 91% rubbing alcohol, because if I don't, this will be absolutely covered with soda ash. Now, I'm going to let that sit, firm up just a little bit. Now, I have quite a bit of soap here. Let's move you around just a minute. Sorry to give you seasickness there. I have still quite a good bit of soap in here. I usually keep this muffin pan for when I have extra soap left over, and I will just pour it in here. And while this is not going to be a pretty bar of soap, it's still going to be a very good bar of soap. And what I will oftentimes do is take these bars, either I'll just use it myself because, you know, it doesn't matter what it looks like, or I will shave it down for laundry soap, or I will also, this has a lot of extra fat I may not want to use in the laundry, I will also use these to shave down with a cheese grater when I have several of them. And I will mix them in another batch of cold process soap. I have done it before with great success. And that way, all of this extra soap will definitely get used, not go to waste. That extra in there so it's not going to waste. And this is actually quite a good bit of soap here in this one muffin. Quite a good bit. Give it a spritz. I'm just going to set it aside and let it do its thing overnight. Okay, now let me show you a couple things before we close. I still have, let's move this over here just for a moment. I still have these 6 containers. There's still quite a good bit of soap in those 6 containers, plus the main pot there. I've told you this before. What I will do to clean up is just let this sit overnight, let it saponify, turn into soap. I'm going to put all of these in the main pot in hot water, let it sit for a day or two and soak loose, and then what I have here, look at this bucket. That was from last Saturday. That's a very, very concentrated batch of soap. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to fill that up with hot water and wash my car with that. My car is very dirty, and this soap will do an awesome job cleaning my very, very dirty car. Now, this actually is looking pretty nice after all. Nicer than I thought. I think it's going to turn out all right. So I'm going to give this one more spritz of alcohol. I'm really not able to put a top over that, but I want this to gel. Yeah, it'll be alright. I'm going to wrap this in a heavy towel. Should put the towel down first. I'm usually better prepared than this. Sorry about that, everybody. Not being a very good guide. And I'm just going to lightly lay this on top. But Get that nice and firm around this so it'll hold that heat in and get a nice gel phase and let those colors really pop tonight. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching and bye. Good night.